Alright. So the reason why I'm on PNG today is because I'm going to play the game on phone. Whenever I use my live 2D model, I end up closing my eyes whenever I read, so might as well just go PNG for this. Anyway, today we'll be back with the letter. It's going to be a part 2. Well, it's going to be an episode 1, and I hope that I can finish this as quickly as possible because I'm too scared to play this. But yeah. Yep, let's go. Let's just power through this and everything. Let me increase that volume. I hope that is enough, because it is loud enough for me. And then, okay, let's just go. Continue. A buzz breaks the silence. Actually, I'm supposed to be finished with the prologue, and this is episode 1, so the last time we met the ghost at the attic and we managed to escape. So yeah, let's do this. I start to rouse, pulled into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. Oh yeah, the MC actually fell off the stair and passed out. He passed out, so I just want to sleep, but the insistent buzzing, poking and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of all. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to wake up. Isabella.
5 more minutes, Becca.
I don't think you'd want 5 more minutes. I sweat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. Come on. Can't I just get a few extra minutes? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. By the way, how is the mic sound? Is it okay? Because last time it was not really very bad. As in last night it was bad. Because at night I'd be a bit busy at night, so I'll play during the day. And at 4 I have a class, so yeah. A hand lightly taps my cheek, and something cold is suddenly being pressed at the back of my head. The icy sensation spreads throughout the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling. Sound no problem. Okay, thank you. Oh dear, is she alright? It's not too loud, is it? The mic, is it? I hope it's not too loud, because the last night it was too loud that it's distorted. Oh dear, is she alright? Yes, I can hear you. No, I'm really busy later at night. But if I have time, I might play. The fog immediately lifts from my mind, and the moment I recognize the voice, my eyes snap open. Sounds good. Alright, good. There, looking down at me, is Rose. Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose's posture just screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face, or trying at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds, until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself up. She hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it, where I suspect a small bump has already formed. If the light egg in the area indicates anything.
Alright, Isabella, where are we?
We are in a mansion, a haunted mansion.
The Ermengarde mansion. Why?
Yeah, why?
Ow, my head.
You called me, lady, to come here.
And the date today?
The date is... What is the date today? 7th of August.
October 21st?
October 21st, okay.
Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
No, I cannot.
15, 14, 13,
13.
12, no, that's wrong. Why are we doing this?
Because you bumped your head, idiot.
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
This time, I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her. What with the way she towers over us. Oh, she's tall, mummy. And here I thought Rose is already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? Do cleaning crews wear those kind of clothes, Isabella? But with how primly dressed she is, I don't think anyone would want to clean in a suit. An expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Can I have the glove, mommy? Her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. I can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does so. Well, it's not like her eyes is an X-ray. She may be far from a cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor during evaluation.
Just do it, please.
What, count backward from 15? I eye both of them warily, but recite everything as she asks. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there.
But
I was
why
about
must
to call for an ambulance.
why must I count backward though? Can I just count normally? You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance.
Are you alright?
After meeting a ghost? No, I am not alright. Exasperation soon replaces the dull ache. The memory is a little fuzzy, but the attic. And?
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Yeah, there was someone. A ghost.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews.
Yeah, I
Give them back this morning for some last minute.
last minute.
No, not any of those. They're, I'm not actually sure.
It's a goblin.
Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
Oh? Both Rose and the lady look at me like I've grown another head. Did I say something weird? Yeah, there was a voice acting in this game. Rose quickly casts an apologetic smile at the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still a trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients, or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gives me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. I see. Her eyes are serious when she turns back on me. She takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezes it. Definitely going to be painful, but okay, considering Isabella just fell off the stairs, but okay. And with as much patience as she can muster.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you.
Oh, Who did I call then?
You know,
Who
signal
did
here
I
is
call then?
absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call.
Oh dear.
Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
A ghost.
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry.
Lady, you just met a ghost and you forgot about it?
I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's
Yes.
whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Yeah, perhaps.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Actually, I would like to take a medical leave, thank you. Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump in the head. An extremely minor bump. Lady, you just fell off the grand staircase. That's definitely not going to be a minor bump. I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open
Yeah, I
house.
broke a leg
alone.
when I was a kid.
And in a mansion this big?
It's not that bad. Well, there's also a part where I may lose that bonus BRC promised, but that's completely beside the point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase railings to steady myself, but otherwise, I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay.
Yep. The two of them exchange a worried glance and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lips in anticipation. Wow! Why is English word so hard to pronounce? If she says no.
Alright, you in.
Actually, who is this dark lady's name? This dark tall lady's name? I want to know. A smile threatened to slip out from me. I also want her number.
If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Clear
as day,
as-
ma'am.
Yep.
Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump.
Are we
Don't
just
worry.
going to leave the client then?
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
True. An injury on her head is very, very, very sensitive. Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the wall of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us. Her stare makes me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is. But not in a scary negative way. Far from it, actually. Her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. Oh, I wish she'd dump me. At our lack of response, she coughed again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my throat. Is that a typo? Words get caught in my throat at the sight of it, and Rose, as usual, is swift to catch my blunders.
My sincerest apologies, Mrs.
Oh, name reveal.
Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
Wow, Marianne. Oh, that's a nice card. She hands Rose her business card. Oh, interior design. 445387071836. Is that a valid phone number? I have no idea. The word interior designer catch my eyes before my partner flips it over. Oh, a very throaty name, indeed. No wonder she always clears her throat. Probably someone interested in a mansion for its 70th century influences then. I won't hold it against her though. Despite, right, I forgot something. I need to do something. Let's see, how do I do this? There you go. There you go. For tea, if you autocorrect. You mod me, now you got modded. Despite the hearsays and remaining uninhabited for years. Uninhabited. What? Uninhabited for years. The mansion's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to its pristine condition. Held a message. What? Why is Toti being... Why is Toti being... Why is it misogynist? Why does Twitch think it's misogynist? Twitch, I don't understand you. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing. After all, with what it offers, this place could also be a heaven for people looking to live somewhere in a classic historical charm. Twitch Garden Tools.
Miss McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough.
Ironing out? Man, all these English terms, I'm confused. We'll be starting a new tour soon, okay?
In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please...
Have a drink.
Thanks. There's no need for it though. I just stopped by for a quick survey of the place.
Lady, how about I buy you a drink? I buy you a drink, let's go to the bar. And then maybe we can go to the... I'll stop there.
I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Wait, this place already have a homeowners? Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I return it with an equally perplexed look. And against my and against my better judgment, I blurted out the first question that comes to mind.
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
Exactly my question. I thought this place still doesn't have an owner since it hasn't been bought yet. I should have kept my mouth shut. A flash of irritation crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under the mask of professional detachment. You were a baseball player? A baseball player?
Yes. Hannah, right? I was hired by her to handle the interior design for their newly bought home.
I'm confused. What baseball player? Yes, Hannah Wright. All the Wright family. I was hired by her, blah 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 blah.
This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
Yes, you are in the correct place.
It is, but...
What, did they actually buy out this mansion? She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the outward situation without offending someone. Suddenly, Rose nudges me with her elbow. And that is a cue to save. I do have a lot of space, right? So, which choices should I do? Top or bottom? We'll check with our supervisor. I don't know. Usually when this kind of thing happen, where you are unsure since you're just a lackey, then let's just ask our supervisor. Relationship status updated. Those few moments have given me enough time to clear my head and any nervousness or confusion clouding it.
It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
Yep, we were not being informed.
What do you mean?
We were told that we are supposed to give people a tour and then they will bid for the highest price. I almost flinch when she turns her gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with an awkward situation like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the business.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact.
Open house, huh? In my place, open house means differently. Open house means
However,
we
haven't
invite
heard anything
people
from the higher-ups that a deal has already been
and
closed
we
for this
treat them
particular
for food.
property.
However, we haven't heard anything from the higher up that the deal has already been closed for this particular
If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
co-agent and me. Is it not co-agent and I? I'm confused. English is confusing me. She nods, seemingly in deep thought after I finished. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway. Given the proper explanation, she'd surely understand.
I thought something looked odd when I arrived here. Excuse me, I think I need to make a call to my secretary.
Oh, don't
Thank you
tell
for your
me
assistance,
both
Miss
of them
Santos.
have miscommunication. Meh, upholding correct grammar is too much effort. True. Like, when I write stories, I just write. I don't care about the grammar. That's the copywriter's work. With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. That seems to be the end of it. With both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I also don't miss the thumb up she gives me for doing a good job. Nice. And I can't help but swell with pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number to our Luke's Spawn office and check even if she didn't ask for it. I will be very frustrated if, for some reason, something has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. That's the whole new level of unfair. We've been working hard on this. Moments later, Miss McCullough returns, looking a little frustrated but with an apology clear in her face. I feel a little sorry for her, having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here.
Sure,
I was
no
informed they'll
problem,
be
no
dropping by for
problem.
the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Certainly. You could stay in the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive. And
Yeah.
Isabella? I left a few documents in my
Did she
car.
always
You know
have
where
that
I keep
accent?
those.
I have no idea. Was there an accent for them?
Can you please get it for me?
Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch. Wow. Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch before tossing me a set of
And
keys.
hurry! We still got a few minutes to double check those papers.
Alright.
Got it.
The two of them disappears behind the parlor's door. Their departure brings with it a stillness to keep me company, neither welcoming nor comforting. Alone like this, it's impossible to not think of what really happened. The ghost? I wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any call from me. Was it just paranoia? A temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Probably. I want to think of it as such. Better to think of it as such so I can work in peace. Except a small part of my mind begs to differ, and if I am going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. By the way, bro chain, if I were to buy the Umineko, you accompany me to play. I don't know what's in this house and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have just handed... why I cannot read this? Hold on. The keys Rose have just handed me dig into my palm, its jagged edges creating a shallow ridge on my skin from how hard I am clutching it. It's not scary, but yeah, I'm happy to play. Yay! maybe soon-ish, definitely within the next week. It's a reminder of what I still need to do and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer closer to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose has asked me. Just a few hours, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money, and return home, think nothing of this mansion. Or not. What was that? What was that bloodied mentioned earlier? What was that? A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time we officially opened the doors. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed. Underdressed? What does underdressed mean? Standing in their presence. Oh, do you mean like you were dressed normally while people were dressing like a noble countryman? Man and woman of wealth and status, all dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors, composed of medium-sized crowd. Pretty much. Ooh. I'll put that in my vocab, which I might soon forget. Their neck, arm, and fingers were adorned with silver and gold. That sounds uncomfortable. Glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have a ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their head. Is this located in England or something? I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby like in the stories. Those birds will have a field day in this. Ooh. They are murmuring among themselves, looking at the estate's facade appraisingly. I hope that I pronounced that right. With some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. Probably two characters had UK-based accent. Oh. But most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around, but what can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
You guys don't need to read it because you are selling your souls to the devil, so yeah.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Hearing this, a few wonder to me. They are mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. It's just a stairs. At most, it's like, 20 stairs? Miss McCullough also joins our group. But what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair she approaches.
It's so nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
Oh wow! Thank you, lady. Thank you. Even though it's not me, but yeah.
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh, and what accent is that guy?
Oh, you know each other?
Oh, don't be
Not
jealous,
at all,
lady.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Okay.
Oh, yes, I think I did.
Ah, they must be the client she was talking about. I might have seen their faces before. Some magazine or television. I can't quite remember. But then again, most of our guests have likely ended on the news one way or another. I won't be surprised if these two already have a poorly done British accent. To be honest, I cannot actually differentiate any accent except probably Cockney, because Cockney is very, very, how do you call that? Very, very, very Harry Potter. Mr. Potter. But for people who are popular though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others. And in their simplicity, the couple stands out. Distinct. Yes, distinct. The woman it's like the Cockney accent is very easy to recognize. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn their head. Most people in my group, especially the men with wandering eyes. Guys. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind though. Oh? Dude, are you not going to protect your waifu? Or was that your sister? I don't know. And if I'm going to be a bit bolder in my assumptions, I'd say she's basking in the attention. He's proud that his wife is very eye-catching. Both of them in fact. Oh! Well then. I think they are brother and sister if it weren't for their public display. Isabella, they might be brother and sisters. Who knows? The matching rings on her finger just cements the fact that they are indeed a couple. My only sunshine is written inside the ring. Whatever. Couple or not, that's what's important is we get this deal closed before the current owners can think of cancelling the listing. I just hope one of the people in my or Rosa's group is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. And so, with the paper in hand, I lead the way. USA, Harry Potter. UK, Harry Potter. To be honest, I've never read the novel. I'm gonna make some cereal, make some rice, cook something healthy. Cereal is not healthy. When they aren't whispering among themselves or going ooh and ah over. That reminds me of the aliens in Toy Story actually. Over one thing or another, they ask questions. Never, no, you should eat healthy food. What's wrong with rice? Rice is good, it tastes good, especially with soy sauce. Rice is for bentos. This is lunch. Eat some rice. You can eat cereal for breakfast but not lunch. Lunch you need some good food. From how the restoration process went, at least I eat noodles. Cereal is not that fulfilling, I think. From how the restoration process went to the history of the place, I answer them all. More than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture mostly. Challenge accepted. Be right back. Oh, are you going to make noodles? Or are you going to stick with your cereal? Oh no. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about the urban legend. Not a good material for sales talk, even if the entire population of Luxbourne knows about it.
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of
Oh?
which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty.
Actually, if something was being restored, is it considered still original, especially when some of the item is replaced with a newer material?
Even the glass thing. Colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope.
Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde.
Ermengarde.
The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
By the time I've stopped talking, her attention is already elsewhere.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
To be honest, are they actually like a couple or are they actually siblings because even their eye color is the same? They're both blonde. I think that girl is also blonde. But yeah, isn't this wonderful?
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
Wow. Wow.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
Mary Ann? Is it Marianne or Mary Ann?
It is splendid, ma'am. But
Splendid
isn't it
indeed.
a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
That's right. It's the highest bidder. It's not yours yet.
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything.
Oh? Wait, what? 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 Ah, I think I know. It's the... Seriously, my Nightbot is so sensitive. Let me fix that. Nightbot. That is on Twitch. Nightbot. Nightbot. Don't be so sensitive, man. Or I will remove you. Spam protection. Let's see. Spam protection. Access caps disable. There you go. There you go. I'm sorry for that, Edward. Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything. YouTube bot is more sensitive. Oh, my bot is a sensitive lady.
Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
Oh, wow. The rest of their conversation gets lost in the chatter of our companions. I don't want to make any assumptions yet, but their sheer interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope. Oh, please, please, please let this guy be the one. Eventually, our group reaches the kitchen. Oh, that's a nice kitchen. Is there a wine cellar down there? And there's a lot of things. Cabinet, there's a knife. That's a good item to use for self-defense against ghosts, I guess. I hope there's salt. Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effort has been put in retaining the room's classical appeal. The open hearth, I have no idea how to pronounce that, at the end of the room in particular, looks amazing. Like the ones I've only seen in fairy tale books. And mad props to the cleaning crew. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about the soot and tar staining the bricks, and how much of a pain in the ass cleaning this be, they still managed to pull this off, because they are a professional cleaner. Or make it look presentable at least.
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
Oh? What is it?
Don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar.
This is the first time the guy in grey speaks up. Mr. Luke Wright. My memory supplies some of the forms they signed earlier. His sudden attentiveness catches me off guard. Since the start of the tour, only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in the place. But this time, something lights up in his eyes at the mention of the Undercroft. What's so interesting about a basement? I don't understand rich people sometimes. I mean, the basement can put you can put a lot of things in the basement. Right now, he just gives me the impression of a child who has seen what he has absolutely wanted for Christmas. I've always found it cute whenever I see children act that way. My younger siblings, especially. On a grown man? It's almost funny, but hey, sometimes they're cute. They're cute sometimes,
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm not a wine person, but 7 to 11,000 bottles of wine. That's a lot. That's a lot.
And the room, how was it built?
Like a cool box?
The bricks that were used to build the cellar had been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room.
Nice.
It's a good place to keep your private collection in if you have one, sir.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Corks?
Love, didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps you could start
Oh.
one here.
It's actually pronounced as vineyard and not vineyard.
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
And this isn't big enough? True. Is it not big enough?
If it's space you're worried about, sir, the Ermengarde mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it.
Is 46-acre lot big? Damn. All this thing.
We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before,
Ooh.
too.
Why not build one still? I'm pretty sure Mr. Wright can afford a few horses. There's a contemplative expression on Mr. Wright's face, but he doesn't say anything. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he started to show interest, if only a little. I smile to myself. I may not completely understand how these people's minds work, but I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer with sincere interest. Score! I can't wait to tell Rose, yes, we can sell this house and be done with it. The rest of the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we were able to cover almost every room in the ground floor and heading to the parlor. Funny, the first time BRC had us survey the property, I kept complaining to Rose how big it was. Now, I can't even bring myself to care, no matter how much my feet hurts. Maybe this is just my excitement over a possible sale. Yeah, because money. Money's good. October 21st, Friday, mansion parlor. When we reached the parlor, however, an odd feeling washes. Oh, what is this music? What is that sound? What are those whispers? It started off as a small goosebump on my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. Whispers in my ear and shadows dancing, lurking in a corner of my vision. Dark silhouettes, that are gone when I turn to look. A chill settles down my spine, making me feel sick, and I start to break out in cold sweat. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break anyway. If I can just...
Excuse me? Everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit
Seriously,
the first
what
floor.
are those whispers?
In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we prepared.
Oh, snacks. I love myself some snacks.
If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
Alright. I let them sit while I retreat to the quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. Wait, is that what the ghost whisper? I think I hear that too. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I've probably just caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling out of my lips in silent prayer, until a hand taps my shoulder.
Hello, you there?
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you. Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
It is.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker. Anyway, Isabel, right?
Isabella.
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
I noticed that she never got anyone's name right.
Please, just Hana. Call me Hana. I just
Hana?
wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
As soon as you sign the contract. My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plaguing me suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Wait, ma'am, you see... But we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion.
She wants. I came back to see Ed got timed out. I don't think it's a very long time out, is it? It's just 5 seconds.
A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand in my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks as if she has tasted particularly sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem.
Buy me then.
And, just between you and me,
You can
this
raise me.
place is better off with us than with some old lady who'll probably just fill it up with cats.
What's wrong with cats? I like cats.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, ma'am Hana. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Perhaps I'm still not feeling well, but really, what's wrong with cats? I know, right? More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person.
I see. Yeah, dog is also good. Dog is also good. You can have huskies here and they can destroy all the things in the mansion.
But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon.
Oh,
And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us.
you can buy out the mansion if you want. If you
Why, I
want.
can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
Oh.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary.
Come on, Isabella. With enough money, just ask her to raise you. Then you don't have to worry
Appropriate.
about money.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves.
Well,
What would the people
well.
think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
I try not to wince when her nail digs into my shoulder. I just fell from the stair, lady. I can't help but send an imploring look to Miss McCullough, who only gives me an apologetic smile and a shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time in taking the papers from my hand and shuffles through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is going to be angry at me for letting her do that.
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love
Yeah,
to talk to
she
you about
never,
those changes.
she never
took
called
some notes
people with the
earlier,
right
yes?
name.
I did, ma'am. But I really hope that this time...
This time you'll buy it for sure.
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
Oh my goodness, lady.
It's Isabella.
Do you have something in your ears?
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and...
And
what's
more money?
this?
What's this? Don't tell me it's the letter with help me. A look of confusion and disgust appear on her face. Turning to her husband, he merely shrugs in reply.
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
D-list horror film.
Shush,
Ay,
love.
ay, ay.
Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this?
Chain
Oh,
later?
forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month.
But your face is not good, my lady.
You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
Yeah, break them.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
Yeah, nowadays chain letters went like on the WhatsApp, was it? WhatsApp, Discord, whatever SNS you use. It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. Are the papers I handed not enough? I want to ask what I did wrong. I don't want to mess this up. But with the way Ma'am Hannah leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I interrupt her.
That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
Seriously, do people even call their partner Buttercup? A smile is back on her face when she turns to me and hands me a strange piece of paper.
I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
As you were saying, I didn't hear the rest of what she says after that. I only stared down at the paper, the letter in my hand. The sides crinkle in my grip as my breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you alright? You're looking pale.
I didn't even notice when Rose's group joins us in the parlor. I want nothing more than to say that, no, I'm not alright. I want to leave this place because I remember everything as clear as day. This letter and that woman in the attic, it's real.
The letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Oh, she looks scared now. Careless, I've been so careless. How do I even tell them that without looking like I've gone mad? Let me save. Actually, if I remember correctly, the letter says to show it to 5 people. There is already 3, so Rose would be a 4th one if I show it to her. Yeah, let's do this. I blurted out before I could think twice about what I'm going to say.
Rose, we need to get out of here. This place is cursed.
Cursed indeed. Rose cast a nervous glance at the people in the room. Most are still engaged in a conversation with their peers, but those curious enough to turn their head in our group's direction have been given her trademark saleswoman smile. A tight expression on her face when she pulls me aside.
Isabella, we've already had a conversation about this weeks ago. Those are just stories.
It's not
And I'm
just
telling
stories.
you that it's not. I saw something in there. It's not human at all.
Actually, Isabella, it would have been nice if you just pull Rose away from this place first and then talk about it. Now you cannot sell the house.
I thought it was just nothing, but isn't this letter proof enough?
We should have sold the house first, then talk about it. She gently reaches to pluck the paper out of my hand. Without even taking a glance at it, she folds it. Oh, Rose, why did you not see it? Now you are not counted.
Look, I'm really getting worried about you. I know you want to see this open house through, but your condition is more important. Give me a few minutes to wrap things up here, and I'll drive you to the nearest hospital.
No! You don't understand! There isn't a condition, Rose. No concussion at all. I'm fine. But
Well,
this place
you
isn't, and you're being
you
stubborn
are
about
acting
it.
far more than fine, so it's normal for Rose to be worried. Before Rose could open her mouth for a retort, a hand lands on both our shoulders, pulling the two of us a distance closer.
Now, ladies, what seems to be the problem here?
Nothing, sir. I just had to clarify a few things with my colleague.
Well, it certainly
Oh,
seems
look at that saleswoman smile.
intense. A smile fits the two of you better, in my opinion.
Mr. Right, as soon as those words leave his wife's lips, while the skull on her face is like a splash of cold water on me. It is also impossible to miss the displeased frown on Miss McCullough's face. Huh? Why is Miss McCullough even displeased though? The realization that we might lose this sale because of my outburst instantly dawns on me. Rose will be beyond pissed.
I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back.
We'll be back. Wait, is that my internet or the stream cut out for a sec? Oh no, I think it might be me. I'm not sure. Let me double check. I can double check on YouTube usually because YouTube will be cut off if my internet sucks. My internet is still my live stream is still live on YouTube, so it's fine. It is fine. Okay, I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back. Why is stream element suddenly? Oh, maybe the stream is cut off. Oh wow. The stream timer reset, so it's probably come out as 2 stream. Damn it. Bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and gather myself to make a quick exit. It doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused trouble and Rose can be quite unforgiving of behavior like this. I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me.
Isabella,
The apprehension must have been quite obvious. I don't know why, but my internet provider is being lately. I don't know why. Yeah, look at that. Job network. The apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face because her expression instantly shifted from something gentler, eyes softer, a fond smile spreading on her lips.
Hey, I'm not angry.
I know.
Are you really?
I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
It's not ruined yet. Don't worry.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before.
That's right.
If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day.
It's okay. I think Mrs. Wright would like it. She hesitates, completely trailing off, before shifting her gaze down to her hands. Small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it, nevertheless. More as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can. But I have this nagging feeling that one way or another it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do with it.
This is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly, and we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property
Actually, if
like
we
this.
were to sell this house and then someone died on it, would it be considered a crime?
I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery.
Oh, if it's haunted, even if it's made of gold, I don't want it.
But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
I'm not in top shape? My mind stops.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
Yes.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel.
Actually, some people just doesn't know.
But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
Lady, she's doing it for your own safety.
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress.
Really?
Please, humor me just this
Is
once.
it that stressful? She clasped her hands together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I do understand. To some extent. That doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful. Whether at myself, at the unlucky turn the situation has taken, or for her, I don't really
I
know.
promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Alright,
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
take a rest,
You're
Isabella.
upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment.
I guess it must be that bad since
He
first
called
assignment.
me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
A noob means a newbie. At the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishap that happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
Yep, we're good. We are good. I'm still not okay with it, but Ross has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
Wow. That went too far.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere. Let me finish what I'm
Yeah.
doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least
Yes,
wait for me to call
lady.
someone who'll fetch you, okay?
Okay, mommy. She's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. Few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antique decorating the room. Alright. YouTube is not receiving enough video maintained smooth streaming. See, this is the problem with my internet lately. I don't know why. Maybe I need to fix some. Is it obvious or is it mine? I believe it's my Wi-Fi. One is gathered some ways across from me is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. A little argument here, and occasional laughter and teasing there. I smile to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've been missing these past few months. Yeah, no data. Okay, the stream on YouTube ends. Jeez. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. Oh, the good-looking guy? Yes, it is. A few hours early from work, huh? It's a few hours early from what I've told him, but he did ask to call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter. Personal conviction and all. Honestly, if there's anything I find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, that is, well, whatever way works, a free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me. Wait, it's still afternoon? I thought it was already like sunset? Because I don't know. It's the last thing I want to do right now. A couple of minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later. The call finally connects. And
Shit. Bomb Ash from
oh
Deluxe
wow.
City. Baggers, watch out. Can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, Bomb Ash from Deluxe City.
What the
Baggers,
heck,
watch
boy?
out. Can't beat
What?
me.
Shit, how
Looking for
loud is this
trouble?
thing even?
Better not lie. I'm a cool
A
dude.
sharp
Pretty fly
ringing
for an
fills the
Asian
entire
guy.
hall,
Sup,
disrupting
Bomb
the
Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers,
disrupting
watch
the.
out. Can't beat me.
I
Looking
cannot.
for trouble?
Alright,
Better
alright.
not
Let
lie.
me calm down.
I'm
Let me
a
calm
cool
down.
dude. Pretty fly for an Asian guy.
Disrupting the.
Sup, Bomb
I
Ash from
cannot read
Deluxe
through
City.
this thing.
Baggers,
Hold on,
watch
let
out.
me pull up
Can't
my
beat me.
earpiece.
Looking for trouble? Better not
A
lie.
sharp
I'm a cool
ringing
dude.
fills the
Pretty
entire
fly for
hall,
an Asian
disrupting
guy.
the pleasant,
Sup,
quiet,
Bomb Ash from
cat,
Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out. Can't beat
quiet
me.
and
Looking for
that has
trouble?
settled.
Better
Soon
not
enough,
lie.
the
I'm a cool dude.
head
Pretty
begins to
fly
turn
for an
in
Asian
search
guy.
of the source,
Sup,
mine
Bomb Ash from
included.
Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out. Can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie.
My eyes
I'm a
dart
cool
around
dude.
the
Pretty
small
fly for an
crowd
Asian guy.
before zeroing
Sup,
in
Bomb
on a
Ash
lone
from
figure
Deluxe
crouched
City. Baggers,
behind
watch out.
the same group
Can't
of
beat me.
people
Looking
checking
for
the
trouble?
decors moment
Better
ago.
not lie.
He is
I'm a
facing
cool
away
dude.
from me,
Pretty
fumbling
fly
with
for an
some
Asian guy.
in his hand.
Sup, Bomb Ash from Deluxe City.
But
Baggers,
I don't
watch
need to
out.
see his
Can't
face to know
beat
whose
me.
bag it
Looking
is,
for
or
trouble?
I'd
Better not
recognize that
lie.
damn
I'm a
parka
cool dude.
anywhere.
Pretty fly for
Without
an
bothering
Asian
to
guy.
earn the call, I
Sup,
marched
Bomb
toward
Ash
him.
from Deluxe City.
After what
Baggers,
happened
watch out.
today,
Can't
I'm
beat me.
really not in the
Looking for
mood to
trouble?
deal with
Better
this.
not
Of all the
lie.
times
I'm a
to-
cool dude. Pretty
Ashton Frey!
What happened next is something I'll surely regret later for having not recorded.
Ah!
What is that sound? He jumps, lets out an indignified yelp, followed by his phone slipping through his grip. Oops, nope, this one. Before untimely falling flat on the floor with a sounding clack. I kind of feel sorry for the food and the floor, but it's not every day you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. Ha! An awkward pause passes between us. A blink. A cough. He makes a face. And then, in a too quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget, while a grin threatens to break out from my lips. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has crept up his neck and cheek. In another universe, where we haven't known each other for 5 years and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'd find that adorable, endearing even. Unfortunately, this isn't that kind of world. The way things are, I'm already content to see him out of his obnoxious, calm and collected disposition.
Hello to you too, scaredy cat. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
Oh?
What? And miss that look on your face? No way! Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
No, you should have recorded it.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
No, don't be a Karen.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the canary. Suddenly, checking every nook and cranny in his phone for any damages or scratches seems to be a more interesting activity than explaining himself.
Ash.
I could be looking to buy a
Ashton.
house.
Oh, you have the money?
A mansion?
Yeah, why not? Did you see the view outside? It doesn't look haunted to me at all.
Wait until you see the thing that haunts this place. He's messing with me.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He just wants to pick you up, Isabella. He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious. I follow his gaze. But before I can figure out what caught his attention. He places a hand on my shoulder and turns me back to face him.
I just finished working on something, so I dropped by.
I don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here. At my confused look, he drops the hand resting on my arm, like he has touched something particularly hot, and casually rubs the back of his neck.
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all.
I see.
So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
You
and
should have
he's
mentioned
blushing.
that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
He's blush. I think Ash has a crush on Isabella. Sure, I was.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
But it's open house.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Alright.
Wait, what? Now?
Something must have shown in my face because he pauses and gives me a long, hard stare. Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how he often looks as if everything around him is a chore. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask anything more. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, the last person on earth I'll ever think about telling it to, if I can help it. Sure, he's a dependable guy. God knows how many times he has helped me, even without me asking him. But stuff like ghosts and supernatural, he'll never believe those even if he hears it from a friend, except maybe if it's Becca. On a good day, the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no chance of ever being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you at every single chance he'll get. Ashhole. Ashhole. What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach. I can already imagine how things will go down the moment I spill a word of what I saw. Nope. Not over my dead body. Of course it catches his attention. No. Before it catches his attention, I shove the letter deep into my bag.
What's wrong?
What's
Nothing.
wrong?
Let's just go.
Ash, she just met a ghost, that's it.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
Ooh, so the Zach is a
It's still
producer?
early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about...
What about food?
Hey, Isabella, wait up!
Afternoon. A rush of air greets me as soon as the main door opens. Not the usual autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quick behind me, the soles of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in an awkward cadence. As he rushes to catch up, he calls out once, twice. The mansion still looms in the background. Whispers calling me back. Shadows beckoning. Oh, don't you whisper in my ear, ghost. I don't look back. We spanned the ride back to Luxborn City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background to fill the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles or it's on a respectable volume, but otherwise, he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way are sign, I know there are things he's itching to ask when we left the mansion. Boo! Shush! I keep my I keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside, in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
All of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly on the chin before I can move to catch it. A small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
Oh. The glare I gave him wipes the smirk about to form cleanly on his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flipped the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food.
Ooh,
But why are you
Young's
giving away
energy
cereal
bar,
bars?
chocolate cereal, or cereal. Well,
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
yes, I have eaten lunch, but I'm not sure about. I'm not sure about Isabella. Not surprised there, I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on a break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess that everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feeling's new to me though. If anything, it's just one of the things I've gotten used to ignoring over the past years growing up. A thanks, and then I tear open the package and start nibbling the edge of the bar. Apart from acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after the small exchange. For that, I am thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who is not going to nag at you.
How'd the open house go?
Not bad, not
The
bad.
usual.
We
We
don't
got a
need-
bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really, no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life.
It's
Weren't
fine.
you there?
I wasn't really listening.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
No, you won't.
And what makes you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way.
And two?
Two, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job. Which brings us to three. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
Instant noodle isn't that bad.
How do you even know about the last one?
Rebecca? Yep.
Anyhow, you're hell-bent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out. Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
Oh, actually I like his voice. Oh man, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
I also like his laugh. His honestly, it's a small laugh. The kind that screams, I'm right, I told you so. I hate it when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property.
Yeah?
So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Oh really, you think? Provided I don't botch it with the rights. Ma'am Hannah, in particular, didn't look too pleased with what I did. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am
I
happy.
am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
No, it doesn't. That looks like a flustered face.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa.
Another one stuffed in the sofa. What? What? I don't get
Or is
it.
it the wardrobe this time?
Oh, a ghost. Okay then. He meant that as a joke, but how close it is to the truth made my blood run cold, and my own heart beat a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension.
Yeah,
I wonder
well,
if it's better
things
if I
happened.
take
Stuff
off
the
my
right couple
glasses.
might not be pleased
But
about.
then I won't be able to read chat. Dilemma. Yeah, well, things happen. The stuck in the right couple might not be pleased about
No
it.
need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
Uh-huh.
You made them angry?
Not really. I just made a scene.
Not angry, just stuff happened.
Like?
Things.
Did they do anything? Your clients, the rights, was it?
They want to smash the wall open. At least not without revealing everything that took place in the attic. Let me save. I have a lot of save point, huh? I don't like lying, so let's just change the subject.
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours. That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
Huh? An over-exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is better than outright lying to him. Yes, that's right. It's not good to lie. It's not good to lie. It's not good. Besides, it never works with him. I'm sure if it's because I'm just bad at it or just because he's really, really good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a glance over me and returning it back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started its descent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue of Zach's film. Checking the street sign outside, it appears Ash has taken a longer route. Odd, but he's probably trying to avoid rush hour traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
Oh, is it not?
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
That earns him a soft punch. Hey, don't punch people when they are driving. That's dangerous. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I find most of them funny. It'll only make his head bigger. Stupid Ash.
Alright. Lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before?
No, I don't. I don't even know the case.
We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
He recounts what he's been doing in the time we haven't seen each other. His usual work, the occasional small investigation, and the big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he wouldn't mention in the brief time we catch each other online. Although most of it are stripped down version, only things he can tell, he has always been careful about that. Even the way he spins his answer to the question, just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it much. That's normal, right? I mean, who wouldn't be frustrated if you couldn't bring someone to justice? That's a very disgusting word. I don't like, the word justice is something I really hate. Just because they keep slipping out of your fingers. If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never cease to be entertaining, regardless. If anything weren't the way they were, if things weren't the way they were back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, nope, not really. Mama would never allow that. But the idea is still there, along with the countless other I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in this manner, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. A movie house? Is that not a cinema? Do you call that a movie house? Point of no return, October 23rd, 2:48 p.m. Actually, is that like a screen? It doesn't look like a screen. Do they change that every minute then? A small crowd has already formed in the front of the theater as we arrive. The Lift Fest, short for Luxembourg Independent Film and Theatre Festival, attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year's no different. I've only been to a few indie filming screenings with Zach, so I'm not an expert to the matter. But I know that for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Fanta, hello, how is it going? It's going good. I'm playing some visual novel, a horror one, on phone, that's why I'm on PNG. Especially for a newcomer like Zach, he hasn't even won an award, but just getting a confirmation letter that the festival committee wants to include his movie in this year's lineup already put a grin on his face for weeks. How are you doing? Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 feet, he appears to loom over most of the moviegoers, and with his large build and heavy voice, there's not much surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass by. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did, back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard. Once early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach.
Hello, Zach. He looks like a lion. Wow.
Hey, you guys! Long time no see.
That hair is like a mane. It looks good. Zach's face lights up with a smile of his own. He moves toward us with careful steps, taking a significant effort to make himself smaller as to not bump into or accidentally hit anyone. Nice. Just had a shower with stuffy nose. I don't know, visual horror novel. I actually never try a genre combo. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is like the easiest horror game I can play. Typical Zack. Ash, as he nears, Ash casually raised his hand in greeting and
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
wow, that's cringe. The awkwardness that descends within the immediate vicinity of our small group is palpable enough, yeah. Somewhere to our left, girl giggles, and only then do I become aware of my mouth hanging open. I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud, with a straight face even. Almost. Considering his track record, I should have been used to it by now. Zack seems to be.
Stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
Wow. Stop trying to act. There's fondness underneath his exasperated tone. If this were any other person, he'd likely be offended. But years of friendship and familiarity have made those words harmless to each other's ear. Or at least, enough for both to take it in a stride.
It's been a while, Zach.
Been a while
You didn't get into
indeed.
trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
That dialogue, yep, very.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
Ooh.
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
You really have no idea.
A beat passes. And then Zack's laugh.
Hey, I'm kidding. You know you can always count on me.
It's a story only the two of them are privy to. Every now and then, Ash will enlist Zack's help on something. Becca and I never really found out what the real deal is with those adventures, as Ash calls it. and both aren't willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement. She insists that if Ash is likely not, if it's Ash, it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that, sometimes. Ah well, boys will be boys, I guess. I give Zack a small wave from behind Ash when his attention eventually turns to me.
Bella!
Bella, my lady.
Rebecca's not with you. Is she still sick?
Yeah, she still has a
A
cold.
bit. But she's up and went to work this morning. You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes,
Oh.
she does.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
Does that mean that Becca has a crush on Ash? And it's true. They've known each other far longer than any of us in the group. Childhood friends and all.
But don't worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie.
That's right.
Isabella! Oh, thank goodness!
Speak of the devil. Without a warning, a hand grabs me by the shoulder and turns me around.
Becca, you're just in time.
I have to lean back a little with the way her face is almost invading my personal space, but she places her hand on either side of my head to keep me still. She stares at me intently, concern filling her eyes.
Becca, you're squishing my face.
Are you going to kiss her?
How are you? Are you alright? Why wouldn't I be?
Oh, let me guess. Rose told her she fell off the stairs.
Rose called me earlier.
Yep. Those 4 words tell me all I need to know. Since I don't have my family living close by, and the only other relative I have here works on far side of the country, I gave my company Becca's contact number, in case of emergency. I should have known Rose would call her. I pushed Becca's hand away from me. Although she lets go, her eyebrow remained drawn together.
Oh, no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
How's your head?
Beside me, Ash snickers. I bite the urge to elbow him in place for trying to avoid Becca's hand as she tries to reach out for said area. I try to do my best to dodge her, all at once moving to hide behind Zack. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zack.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that.
You blacked out? It's not something to brush off.
No,
Come on, at least let me check it.
it's just a small
It's
bump.
extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there.
Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
She did look pale when I saw her.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then. I don't know.
Something crosses Becca's face, but it's gone before I can figure out what it is. Oh, she's jealous.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right? At least. Good.
Becca,
See?
Becca.
I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
We can always watch it some other time.
But
Sorry,
it's the
Zachary.
premiere.
No, it's good. But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
Yeah, the premiere is different, or so I heard.
Not really. But Rebecca has a point. In the end,
Heaven's sake!
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
Is Becca
You're
the
not
leader of this
missing
group?
it. We're just moving it on a different day so we can have a...
Look, you guys.
Already here, might as well.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
Aw, you're jealous, Becca. It's
I'm
fine.
not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. Well, at last, she releases a deep breath and a nod. Albeit with great reluctance, I immediately tackled her into a hug.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Oh, don't be jealous, Becca.
Did you say something?
Don't be jealous. It's fine. You can have me.
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
If you say so.
Okay, guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside. Anyone here has a smaller bill?
I'm
I think
broke.
I do. Hold on.
I pull myself off from Becca to get my wallet from the bag, and the letter slips off.
What's this?
What's this? It's already in Ash's hand before I can even react. Behind him, Becca and Zach are both giving the piece of paper an intrigued look.
No! Give it back!
And there's our three other person.
It's just a paper.
I don't care! Give it!
Looks ancient, too. Why do you keep this around?
Because a ghost gave it to me. I try to reach for it, but he holds the paper way above his head. I've never been particularly sensitive about my own height, but right now, I really wish I had the advantage over him.
Don't open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. I don't see any reason to... Hold on a second. This is, isn't it?
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Okay, now I'm curious.
I'm telling you it's nothing like that.
The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck on my throat, hounding, threatening to burst out. Vaguely, I note how my hands are trembling at my side. Clasping them together doesn't do any good. Oops. The awful sick weight that has taken its course in my stomach back in the open house return full force. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone please. Today is turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's interesting.
Indeed.
Guys,
Now you guys
I
are
think we should listen to Bella
also...
first.
You guys are now cursed too.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
But Ash waves the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its content. I don't need to see, I don't want to see. The letter, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have just thrown it away when I had a chance. That way.
It's not a prank.
Yeah, I saw the ghost. It makes all of them stop. Even I am surprised with how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed.
Yes.
You've gotta be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
When it happens, then you won't. You'll regret saying
It's
that.
not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up. There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit is true.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
You were dreaming. Also, why is your eyes like that? You look like a
Hallucination?
ghost.
A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
No, don't
Don't
postpone it.
bother.
Without another word, I snatched the letter out of Ash's hand and stuffed it back in my bag. With more force than necessary. I'm tired. I got cursed. Saw a ghost. Probably lost a sale. Got kicked out of the open house I'm supposed to be hosting. My own friends won't believe me, and all of them thinks I'm crazy. Wow, what a day. To top it all off, there's a dull ache at the back of my head, begging for a little attention I can't afford to give right now. Honestly, there's only so much a person can take within a single day. I just want to go home, curl up in my bed, and never think about today. But before I can take a single step away from the group,
Guys!
yeah, Zach rarely ever raises his voice, even when there's a point he wants to drive home, and hearing him take on that tone completely throws me off. Even Ash and Becca. Whatever harsh word has yet to come out, argument immediately.
Forget to talk to Bella over chat. Please.
Alright, Zach, alright. This cute little guy. No, cute big guy, yeah. Ash, for all his attempts to look cool and distant, has also been looking forward to this. He even took the time to call this morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca too. I'm pretty sure there's another reason why she goes out of bed today. Yet, despite Zach's attempt to lighten things up for her, Ash's and Becca's acquiescing gesture, the tightness in my chest remains. I should have just kept it to myself, or at least went with the idea that it's a prank. If I did, things might not have turned out the way they had. No sour mood, no bad vibes. Careless. So careless. Maybe leaving is the better decision for all of us. But everyone has been looking forward to this. So let's just stay for the movie. We are already at the place anyway. It's a waste of gas if we don't go there. Any other day, I'd excuse myself and go straight home. But this is something special to Zach. Something he worked so hard to bring into life. I should know better. I might be having a bad day, but being with a few people I care about far outweigh the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a tantrum in my old room. And what if the thing in the attic follow me home? I don't want to be left with my thought either. I can still see it whenever I close my eyes. And maybe, if I stay, let our heads cool down first before telling them what happened, they'll listen to me. There's nothing you can't solve with a calm head. One step at a time, Isabella. That's what Mama used to tell me. Besides, I don't have the heart to ditch Zach. A smile is back on my face when I look back at them.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
All right, that's the Isabella I know.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
Ooh, this time, I really do send an elbow straight to his stomach. Stupid Ash. Being vertically challenged has its perk too.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
But you did
Aw,
cry.
Don't cry.
Stop it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too. If you repeat that, I swear I'll...
Let's just go.
Without another word, Becca goes inside. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I call after her. Ash and I exchange look at that. The same question, likely swimming inside our head. Did something happen after school? Did something happen at the school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? No, she's just jealous of the banter between you and Ash. I'll try asking her about it later.
So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food I promised.
But you'll miss it.
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember? I'll be in there soon.
One friendly tap on my shoulder and then he goes. A few moviegoers were still milling about, sitting in line for tickets, but otherwise, most of the crowd are already inside. There's nothing much for us to do here now. Not a word of protest comes from me and Ash. Comes from me when Ash gestured for the two of us to head inside.
And then?
And then? What? Why did you suddenly whisper, boy?
Are you sure it wasn't one of the cleaning crews?
Oh, they were actually talking about the ghost.
Absolutely sure.
Somehow, halfway through the movie, the conversation steered towards what happened in the mansion. To be fair, Zack was the one who brought it up again, in his own movie's premiere. Now the film is just serving as a background noise while we're speaking in hushed tones, careful not to disturb anyone inside the small hall. Well, except for Ash. I just hope we won't end up arguing about it again. We'd get kicked out for sure. Though, with how loud Ash's voice is, we'll probably get thrown out away before any argument happens. Only Becca still remains engrossed in the movie, completely ignoring us. She's been quiet the whole evening, speaking only when referred to. If I didn't know any better, I think we did something that offended her. Did we? Yes, you were flirting.
And then I ran. You heard what happened after.
I still think it's something else.
It was standing right in front of me, Ash.
He's one of the smartest people I know, but jeez, he should learn to listen. Plus, didn't he say he doesn't believe in these things? Why is he in this conversation again?
I heard what you said, but it's a small room. There are a lot of things someone else could have done there without your knowledge. If I could see it up close, maybe I can...
I am not going back there.
Ain't that a problem if you're hosting an open house?
Ain't that the truth, my man?
Rose does the first floor tour.
I ain't sure ghosts can be restricted to one room, Bella.
There are no ghosts, Zack. Stop putting useless ideas in her head.
Yeah, but I was thinking, maybe all the house needs is a blessing. Wasn't it left uninhabited for years?
Oh, the house did change hands over the years, from one distant relative to one distant relative of the Ermengarde to another. None of them bothered living in it though, and it remained that way up until its current owners decided to sell it. Why didn't I think of that?
I didn't peg you as the religious type, Zack.
Nothing like that, Ash. Who knows, though? It might bring something positive to the place.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't know where I could find someone.
You're not seriously considering his
Do
suggestion.
you have a better idea?
I know where. I could contact him for you if you want.
Oh, who is
do
it,
that?
Zack?
Or we can find you a psychologist instead.
Oh, please do. There are very few times in my life when I wish I could glow. I wish my glowers can kill. And this is one of those.
Ash, that is not a very appropriate thing to say right now.
No, wait, that's not what I meant. Ethnographer. I meant ethnographer. This guy's a psychologist too, of course, if you...
What's an ethnographer?
Ashton, if you don't stop...
Rebecca knows the guy I'm talking about too. She can vouch for him.
Oh, can she? Becca tear her eyes away from the screen at the mention of her name.
What? Oh, are you talking about Professor Andrew? He used to work with my parents at the university. Can you guys keep it down?
Sorry, the scaredy cat here mentioned curses. Not that I'm saying this is one, but talking to him is a better solution for me than getting a random priest to bless an old house. He'll
Alright
even help
then.
you figure things out, teach you a couple things, and probably put your fears to rest since this looks to be bothering you a lot.
Ash might be right too. However, what Zack suggested is something I'm more familiar with. Granted, they don't believe me. They're only giving me suggestions to put my mind at ease. But it's better than being ignored or being laughed at. I can take comfort in knowing that they are willing to hear me out.
So, what do you think?
It's your call. We'll go with whatever you want.
Can we just take both? I mean, can we not just take both choices? I assume meeting with the priest, I'll go out with Zack. Meeting with the professor, I'd be with Ash. Let's go with Ash.
I'll think about it, but if ever, I'd like to give talking to Andrew a try. Is that okay? Won't he have other things to do?
He is a bit busy, but he'll make time for me. He's my...
Selves.
It ain't a big deal, Rebecca. I'm the one who broached the subject in the first place.
It's still your film, Zachary. A good film, mind you. You worked hard on this. The least we could do is watch it with you.
And that's what you're all doing. I really appreciate all of you making time for this.
Yeah.
Sorry, Becca. We'll stop now.
I throw her an apologetic look. Even if Ashes is the only one she should be reprimanding. But her attention is already back in the screen. She's ignoring us again. When Becca's acting this way, there's a big chance something's nagging at her. We really need to talk. We all fall into a comfortable silence after. The kind only you can share with the people you're most at ease with. For the first time today, the letter lays forgotten in my bag, if only for a few hours. Night has fallen by the time we exit the movie house. Despite the late hour, the streets are still bustling, full of people. Those about to head home, those set to meet someone, even those simply wandering about. Walking in this sea of unfamiliar souls, it strikes me how easy it is for one to get lost in a city as nondescript as looks born. I was afraid too, at one point, back when I was new and had just set foot in this place. Now, with the familiar faces walking with me, it feels like home. Zack and Ash bid us goodbye shortly before Becca and I crossed the other side of the street. The former claiming he's got a new freelance job to take care of before the day ends, and Ash? Who knows? He never tells. Sometimes he'll just randomly appear at your doorsteps, looking for a place to crash. He does that to Zack a lot, much to the latter's frustration. But he's a busy guy too. In spite of the laid-back air he gives off.
Thanks for today, everyone!
Wait, I thought you guys were already at the other side of the street?
No problem, Zach. I'm sorry for what happened earlier.
You guys are not actually screaming at each other, right? Oh, you I hate you, ghost.
Huh?
Fuck. That sends a goosebump down my back. A sensation. Cold, sickening, drowning. My chest tightening, breathing became labored. I can taste blood in my... What? The edges of my vision blurs. In the distance, amidst the countless, nameless people going about their lives, a voice reaches out to me. Help me. Pleading, even as I clench my eyes tight and clasp my hands over my ears. Whispering, whispering, and whispering, calling out, "Help me, please," is what they say.
No, not me.
It keeps whispering, "Help me, man. Somebody, help me."
Isabella? Earth to Isabella?
At her voice, the whole world suddenly snapped back into places. The murmurs gone. When I open my eyes, Becca raises an eyebrow at me in question.
Weren't you listening? Are you coming with me?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I spaced out.
You always do that.
I follow her without complaint, but not before sneaking a glance at the far end of the street. Oh shit. Where another set of eyes might be staring at me. Nothing. There's only Zack and Ash watching over us as we head to...
See ya!
Another glance, and with a final wave, we go off our own ways. I don't know what I saw, but I don't know what I heard. I don't know what I saw, I don't know what I heard, I don't want to know. If this is what would help me sleep tonight, I would give back that normalcy in my life. What would give... so be it. October 22, Saturday. The darkness closes around me, grasping, pulling, engulfing me. The ground caves in without warning. I'm falling. Oh, it's a dream. Oh, that is a nasty place to live in. My eyes snap open. For an instant, it doesn't immediately register where I am. Both my back, my shoulder ache after I've fallen asleep, all hunched up the night before. Drenched in sweat, the nest of pillows I often keep around me feels more suffocating than comforting. I let my eyes adjust to the bright morning light. Streaming through my windows and allow my breathing to slow down before untangling myself from the pile. I haven't had a single dream since coming to Luke's Spawn, or at least none that I can recall having. It's a shame because they used to be so vivid. Not the crazy vivid, but the more pleasant kind I'll tell my sibling about. Maybe it's just the stress of living alone. This is a nice background music, I like it. The knowledge that I'll always wake up in an empty apartment with no one to tell stories to.
What time is it?
It is... Habit forces me to look over the clock. Even when the soreness weighing heavily on my shoulders and the compulsion to never leave my bed for the day. Oh, I can relate to that. Isabel. In a heartbeat, I am up.
Oh man, of all the times to oversleep. Towel? Where's my towel?
Admittedly, it's a weekend. As an unspoken rule that entitles me an extra hours of sleep. But if Rose didn't kill me yesterday, she sure as hell will now. And right after what happened, oh Lord, the box of donuts as peace offering won't be enough for the second time around. Grabbing my towel, I'm already a few short steps away from the bathroom when muffled ringing breaks from my bag. There's a moment of indecision at first. My mind conflicted whether I should just ignore or answer it. But what if it's Rose? Or was our boss? She's... In the end, the rational part of my brain wins out. The letter from yesterday picks out when I pull the device open. And it's enough. And it takes every force of will for me to ignore it in favor of answering the call. So, who is calling? Mama!
Huh?
It's around 4:45 p.m. in the Philippines right now.
That's an unusual time for them to call.
Usually it's around noontime here and I'm the one calling, not the other way around. Better for them to use that money for something else than international call. Yeah, international call is actually very, very expensive. Regardless, in the most cheerful tone I can gather.
Hello?
Mommy?
Hello? Grace? How are you?
Mama! I'm doing okay. How are you guys over there?
We're good. EJ won a storytelling contest at school the other week. Brought home a medal. I thought you should know.
Aww. There's a tired lilt in her voice as she speaks. It's been there since Papa had to leave his job. I wish there was something I could do for her. But from miles away like this, the least I am able to do is not to make her worry. If only my older brother would actually lend her a hand, but Lord knows if that'll ever happen. Odds are, Kuya Jordan's already out drinking right now. Again. I can't count on my older sister either, knowing she has a family of her own, and well, Ate Ann's financial situation isn't exactly great right now, having ran herself knee-deep in debt.
Great! That's great! Tell him congratulations from me. And let him know I'm gonna send him a little something extra this Christmas.
Oh.
How about Nico? Karen? Michael? I hope they're okay?
Wow, that name is...
They're doing well. They wanted to talk to you, but they're all busy with school.
Oh no, that's fine. I don't want to bother them. Just tell them to keep doing their best for me. I'll just call back when I know they're not busy. And Papa? How's Papa doing?
It's a subject I'm a bit hesitant to broach. From the way Mama's voice hitches, she doesn't want to bring it up either.
Grace, he's having a little difficulty right now. Weak appetite, he's having trouble swallowing, and lost a few pounds.
Oh, is the dad sick?
But the doctor said we should keep encouraging him. It just means his body's accepting his new treatment well.
Is it cancer?
The money you sent last time helped a lot to pay for it, by the way.
Oh, I see. That's good.
I won't deny that life has gotten tougher for our family. It used to be easy back when Papa was in a good shape. But ever since he was diagnosed with a sickness 5 years ago, he had been unable to provide for us. What sickness though? Now the burden of feeding 8 mouths and settling Papa's bill all rest on my shoulders. Holy crap, 8 people? Alright, let's assume. Alright, let's assume. There's the mom, there's the dad, Isabella, and then 4 siblings, was it? Who's the other guy? Oh, the elder brother who doesn't work. Alright then. They are a family of 9. Wow. Although Mama makes little, accepting sewing and laundry jobs in our neighborhood, it's scarcely enough to cover the cost of day-to-day living, let alone the bloating hospital bills. We can't even expect help from our own government, because the health insurance there barely covers anything.
I'm sure he'll get better soon. Is he well enough to talk? Do you think I'll be able to speak to him, Ma?
Silence. I start to think the call got cut out until...
Listen, Grace.
Oh?
Maybe it's better if we transfer Papa to a different hospital. Somewhere cheaper?
Lady, no!
What? Why? Did something happen? Is it the deposit issue again? Give me the hospital's number. I'll talk to them.
No, it's nothing bad. The service here is good. Too good. Even the doctors. But I'm worried you're working yourself to the ground because of it.
Mama, we've been through this before. I want the best for Papa. And And don't worry about the bills or the medicine, or me for that matter. I can handle myself. Everything's going well here. In fact, we're about to close a large sale.
Yes, hopefully. If not, then I'll find another way. She doesn't need to know about that. Sorry, Mama. You taught me not to lie. Yet, look at what I'm doing.
I'll have money to send over soon to cover the rest of Papa's treatment. And there's more than enough for Karen, Nico, Michael, and EJ's school tuition too.
Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate it. We all do. But I just wish you'd come home to us soon.
Once everything is settled. Or maybe she can just go back for Christmas. Oh my goodness, what? Kailan ka uwi? When are you coming home? EJ, the youngest, used to be the only one person asking me that. How do you respond to a question you don't have a definite answer to? 5 years later, and I still can't give them a straight one. I smile though Mama can't see it. I fight to keep my lips from quivering, my voice from shaking. She's got enough on her plate as it is. No need to weigh her down with unnecessary concern.
Promise me you'll be there to welcome me when I do, okay?
Of course. I'm sorry, Grace. I need to take this for a while.
There's a small commotion on the other side, the sound of gate opening and voice of a child. EJ, talking excitedly about his day at school, tapping of feet on the floorboards as he runs. It's been years since I went home, but I can still picture the whole scenes in my mind. How tall is he now? Are the neighborhood kids bullying him now that I'm not around? Did Mama rearrange the furniture in the living room again? What are they having for dinner today? I miss them. I miss them so much.
It's okay, Ma. I need to go too. I've got work today. I'll call again soon, alright?
On a Saturday? Oh, never mind. Take
That
care of
sounds so
yourself,
sad.
dear. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
It ends with a soft click, leaving half-truth and empty promise hanging in the air. Closing my eyes for a moment, I take a deep breath and shake away the thought beginning to swim inside my head. It's pointless to mull over this thing right now.
Okay, Isabella. Time to get that mansion sold.
Yes, sir. Unfortunately, before I can take a single step away from my phone, it rings again. No doubt, Mama forgot to say something.
Mama? Did you forget anything?
Oh, that's not Mama, that's Rose.
Excuse you? I'm too young to be your mom. Are you still sleeping? Hold on, never mind that. Get yourself in the office. Hurry!
Oh?
Office? What about the open house? Oh no. Is it Sir John? Did he hear about yesterday? Am I in trouble? Oh god, oh god, oh god! I'm gonna get yelled at, aren't I? What do? I'll buy you an extra box of donuts if...
No, it's nothing like that. Will you calm down? Get yourself here, alright? I'll tell you everything then.
The house is sold, yes? There's a telltale din of several feet shuffling against wooden flooring, and an indistinct yelling in the background before Rose cuts the connection. That isn't in any way comforting, but it's enough reason for me to hastily discard my phone and finish my shower in record time. I hope my mic sounds okay, not too loud, hopefully, because last time it was really loud to the point of it being distorted. I make it to our office within 20 minutes of leaving my apartment, completely disheveled, out of breath. A feat, if I take into account my usual travel time. Routine clamor, common to Briar Realty Corporation, looks born office greets me as soon as my foot crosses the threshold. Peppers rustling, telephones ringing at sporadic interval, agents talking at a varying volume, staff moving about, and...
Where the hell is C? Where are my employees?
C? Who is C?
What the actual fuck, guys? Of all
Wow.
times to disappear without notice.
Languages, sir. Languages. My boss's word turned muffled as someone else closes the door to his office, likely the work of our HR manager. Throughout the past week, he's been in a bad mood over a few employees who have failed to report to work. I hear they're still trying to get a hold of them, but to no avail. The result is half their workload have been shifted to all available staff, so as to not lose clients. Oh, I hate that actually. Not that I mind the extra work. If anything, it means I'll have more money to send my family back home. I don't like it. I don't want to. I guess it depends on several people because for me, I value my time over money, so as much as possible, I don't want to take overtime. But I do know some people are desperate for money just to leave. So yeah, to each our own. Although the rumors of a branch closure circulating because of this is indeed a bit worrisome. My bag barely touches the top of my table when Rose pulls me aside.
Here, I need you to help me with these papers. If you could also get these signed and photocopied before lunch today, that would be great.
Thank you, Rose. One after another, she thrusts a bunch of paperwork in my hand without explanation. A page flutters away from the top of the file, and I lean down to pick it up, my eyes scanning the top of the page as I straighten. A purchase and sales agreement. Rose simply gestures her thumb in the direction of our visit to lunch. Lunch. I have no idea how to pronounce. When I tilt my head in question, there, seated on the sofa and looking completely out of place in a humbly decorated room, is the same couple from the day before. The right couples, yay! Something bubbles up in my throat. Their presence in the office can only mean one thing. They're buying the house.
Buying it? We got a deal?
She swats my hand, tugging her sleeves, although her eyes were alight with some akin to joy. She wants this sale to happen as much as I do, and now that it's here, the deal needs to be closed yet. The documents need to be signed still, but the elation is there, along with the foreboding feeling I can't quite pinpoint.
I had to do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property, even before they attended the open house. I mean, isn't it obvious? They already hired an interior designer. I've never seen a buyer as aggressive as Madam Wright. She didn't even try to negotiate a lower rate.
Oh, then we could have sold it at a higher rate.
One at a time, Rose. I can't process everything you're saying at once. What do you mean?
They're paying 15% higher than the listing price.
Oh, nice.
As long as we get the paperwork done as soon as possible.
Nice.
And if we allow it, they'll be paying up front, too.
Even with that urban legend?
15% is very, very high. I like that.
Oh, I was so sure we lost the sale after yesterday.
Don't look so surprised. We still have to conduct some last few checks before we completely hand it over to them.
Please. I'll happily do the paperwork duty, Rose. I'll even go to the land registry myself and make sure the property changes hands with every single legal blessing.
Nice. Don't they have better things to spend money on? I'd haggle it down to the lowest possible price if I were in the place, especially with the stories attached to it. Not that my opinion matters one bit here. We're just their agents, who are going to receive a hefty commissions after all. Nothing more. Rose gives me a pat on the shoulder, signaling that she's heading back to them, and an unspoken instruction for me to follow after I'm done. It doesn't take me long to finish what work left me. In fact, having our boss sign the agreement is the easiest, since it has put him in a better mood to the entire office relief. Ma'am Hannah calls me over the moment she notices my presence at the lunch door. Her lips twisted in a frown, She doesn't seem particularly happy to see me, and I'm not surprised. Who wouldn't be? I almost created a scene. Mr. Wright, however...
Why, if it isn't the little Lily? I trust you're feeling well now.
It's Isabella,
With
sir.
the money? Yes.
Not Lily. I appreciate your concern. I'm feeling better now.
You know, with how this couple doesn't call someone with the right name, I wonder if they even remember each other's name. I really don't understand why they can't get my name right. It's a very common name. It shouldn't be hard to remember. Actually, I want to, what do you call this? I want to go to the toilet first, so I will be right back. Give me about 5 minutes or so. Be right back. I'll turn off the game just so that my cat doesn't press on it. Yeah, be right back. Alright, I am back. Where is my earpiece? Okay, let's see. Regardless, I hand him their copy of the agreement.
I believe I can take that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. With how elegantly she plucks the paper off my hands, it's easy to think that there isn't any trace of irritation in her. But it is there, radiating in her stiffness, in a way that she's standing at a fair distance from her husband, and how the two looks to be ignoring each other. Huh? Did the couple fight? Seeing this, it soon becomes clear to me that I'm not the one who puts her in a bad mood. Did they fight? Most probably. I've seen it happen thousands of times with my previous clients. It's a shame, especially with their new mansion. I never did like it when my own mama and papa fight. I hope they'll make up soon. Apparently, satisfied with what she's seen, Ma'am Hannah clasps her hands together before extending it to us for a shake. Rose and I releases the breath we've been holding. Both of us more than happy to return the gesture.
That settles it then?
It is.
Are you really sure about this property, ma'am?
Yeah.
We could easily find you a bigger one among our current listings. Something with a modern touch?
A modern touch, huh? Something not haunted, perhaps? Rose shoots me a warning glance that clearly says, "Don't make a scene, we're almost there."
Of course, why wouldn't I be? The house is absolutely perfect, isn't it, darling?
Yes,
A
yes.
helipad would still be a nice addition.
You can make your own helipad.
Yes, well, we'll get there eventually, love. As I was saying, if your partner had the documents yesterday, we would have bought it right there immediately. Shame she didn't have it.
Well, there's still a few necessary documents we need you to sign after, but we'll let you know once we have those finalized. We'll be handling the process for the rest, so don't worry about it, ma'am.
Within a week, I hope.
Oh, she's so eager to move into the haunted house.
We still have a housewarming party to plan after all. You know how much thought to be put into those things.
There are servants for that, darling.
Well then, how rich are you to have a servant? Damn it.
Love,
Damn it.
servants or not, you're going to make people listen to your input nonetheless.
No more than a week, ma'am. Barring unexpected delay, of course. You can leave it to us.
Excellent. Well then, I'll leave you
Excellent.
two to it. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, and before we forget,
Uh-huh. She discreetly folds something into both of our hands and winks, a finger raised to her lips, demanding our silence.
what happened the day before was quite
Money!
unfortunate.
Thank you,
But you did
Mummy.
get us what we
Thank
wanted in the
you.
end.
That was a nice Hannah. You've just become one of my favorite characters in this game. What happened the day before was quite unfortunate, but you did get us what we wanted in the end. I wonder how much that is.
That, at the very least, is commendable.
But this is... Ma'am, I can't accept this.
Accept it, send it back home. What are you
Don't
talking
you
about?
worry, darling. It's a small thing coming from us. Consider this your bonus for a job well done.
Yeah, that's your compensation for having to walk through that haunted house. She smiles sweetly, like this is simply the most normal thing to do in the world.
Oh,
Isn't it?
before I forget,
Should be
my
normal, right?
lovely interior designer would appreciate it if you hand her a copy of the floor plan as soon as possible. She's dying to work on the house. You can do that, yes? Here's her contact.
Certainly, ma'am. We'll have it processed as soon as possible.
I knew I could count on you, lovelies. I hope to see you two soon so we can get this closed.
Yes, please. Just like that. Transaction over and done with. My mind still reeling even after they've left. Other agents would kill to have clients like them. A part of me feels lucky about the fact no lengthy negotiations, no sudden change of mind, just talk, signatures, a few handshakes here and there, and we're done. The other part? A second ago, we sold the haunted properties to two innocent clients. Sure, the commission's big enough to continue funding Papa's treatment and hospitalization. Big enough to pay for all four of my younger siblings' schooling. Heck, it the diet for months. I don't have to go back to the mansion as well, once the deal has been closed, much to my sanity's relief. But knowing that something's in there, and we gave it to a good couple despite that, how do you know it's a good couple in the first place though? How do you know? What if they're equally psychopathic? Oh, Isabella, the thing you do to sell a house and get money. Papa won't be happy with that. Or at least I have good news to tell next time I call home. The little lie I told Mama this morning isn't a lie anymore.
Well, there's something.
Indeed.
So how does it feel?
It feels great to have money.
How does what feel?
How does it feel? How does being rich feel? It feels good.
Your first big multi-million-pound sale, silly. I know you've been with us for years, but this has got to be memorable for you.
It is. Memorable is an understatement, Rose.
Come on, show some enthusiasm. They gave us a bonus too, aside from the commission and the other bonus boss promised. What are you gonna do with it?
I'm going to buy more items. I'm going
I
to
don't
simp
know.
more.
Send it home, probably?
All of it?
Not
all of
everything,
it.
of course. Most of it. I'll leave some for my living expenses.
People with responsibility.
Listen here, Isabella. I'll teach you something I should have told you before we ended your training.
Uh-huh. She slings an arm over my shoulder and leans in close to my ear, as though she's about to share a big secret.
It's okay to celebrate from time to time.
Yes, buy some,
I don't
know,
get it.
treat yourself better. Treat yourself to good food.
It's
Speaking
simple.
of good food, I should
Go
order
out,
something.
do something for yourself. Throw a party and treat your friends to free food.
Oh, that's what you were aiming. Alright.
Didn't you say the last one's some sort of tradition back at home for you?
True,
Hello,
true.
this is practically a done deal.
Like when I first got a job in this
Isn't
world,
throwing a party a bit excessive?
my first salary, I treat my whole family to a nice restaurant. It feels nice. Isn't showing a party a bit excessive? It
Your
is.
call. I won't say no to an invitation, by the way, in case you really are planning to throw one. A few drinks would be nice too, thank you very much.
You're
I
welcome.
don't think my apartment's big enough for that.
Yeah, your apartment is also very, how do you call that, messy, yeah.
You could always move? Bloody hell, you're working in real estate.
Bloody hell.
I think I'll pass. That's too much of an unnecessary expense for me.
That.
But I did promise Becca free lunch in case the sale goes well.
You go do that. Hold on a sec.
She quickly removes herself from me to answer the phone on her desk. Her tone shifts from playful to professional in a span of few seconds.
Today? Not a problem, ma'am. I could bring you a copy of the contract if...
Must be another client. Nothing surprising there. She's one of DRC's top agent no matter how modest she appears. A saleswoman true and true. I, on the other hand, have a very little knack of it. By the way, if anyone is still in the chat, do suggest me some other horror games that is not as scary and cheap too. Of course, I learned eventually I had to. But someone else will, without a doubt, do a better job. Once though, in a drunken stupor, Rose told me a story about what could have been. Years ago, wide-eyed, young, and brimming with yet-to-be-fulfilled dreams and ambitions, she was a term or two away from a nursing degree. Oh, what happened? If she had become a nurse, she would receive a well-paid job too. Out of courtesy, I never pressed on the matter further. But perhaps it's where the sense of fondness started. A small connection due to one similar experience in our respective... Oh yeah, Isabella also wanted to be a nurse, right? Of goals we both let pass us by because the circumstances we are in.
I'd be happy to discuss this over tea, ma'am. All right, I'll be there. Thank you.
New client?
Discuss over tea, not coffee.
Reassigned.
Yes.
Have you heard from Mark at all?
There are people who are disappearing from job now. Those clients are moved to other people.
Not
How
since the first visit to
irresponsible.
the mansion. Why? No news from the HR yet?
None at
No?
all. Boss thinks he ran away.
Or maybe
I
dead?
doubt it, though. He's too much of a wimp for that. There must be another reason. Who knows?
He has lost his life.
Anyway, I've got to meet this one. I'll see you later.
Bye bye. She throws a wave over her shoulder as she runs out of the office. The lunchtime bell sounds shortly after, followed by the chatter of fellow agents, also heading out for lunch. Ordinarily, there's no need for me to go out. But oversleeping didn't allow me the luxury of packing my own lunch today. If one considers taking an instant noodle cup from my pantry, packing your lunch. Time to make good on a promise I made to Becca, I suppose. Yes, it's time for us to eat good food, not cereal. Maybe invite Zach and Ash too? In the end, only Becca and Zach could come. Ash, on the other hand, couldn't be reached. Of my call went straight to his voicemail. He's at it again. Right here today, gone the next day. Oh well, he's lost. We've agreed to meet at the nearby cafe. The same one I frequent with Becca because it's cheap and they give away free bread through closing time. Quaint, a little old-fashioned, though look a wee bit out of place amidst the city tall building, but we love it all the same. I like this kind of cafe, I really love it, with the jazz music on the background. Much like its facade, the interior carries an antiquated charm to it. Vintage art pieces and a row of shelves boasting an extensive collection of books over the wall. It would have been nice to hang out there for hours on end. But even on the weekend, the place is still packed with people. Thankfully, Becca and Zach have already found a seat and are engaged in some casual chatter when I arrive. It's strange to see the two of them without Ash accompanying the other. They've never been particularly close. Sure, they talk when they meet, laugh at the same things when there's something funny, but there's distance. The kind born purely out of differing interests. That, or Zach simply afraid of Becca. It's not impossible, and I won't blame him if he is. He might be the tallest in our group, but everyone knows it means nothing against Becca's temper. Even I am a little scared of her.
Zach! Becca!
What time is it? It is 2:39. Oh, wow.
Well, you seem to be in a better mood today. What happened? I know that smile, Belle. Come on, still.
Don't rush me.
I have money. I'm rich now. I'm rich. Oops.
Let's order food first, okay?
The waitress comes by to take our order. On a normal day, me and Becca will order a hearty serving of their special vegetarian stovies. Ew. Zach takes anything with a good helping of meat, sausages, and potatoes in it. But today's a good day. Great, even. It's not wrong to indulge a little, right?
Today's special. For the three of us.
Oh boy. Even the person jotting our order will look surprised at today's meal choice. She writes it nevertheless, and leaves without any comment. Becca furrows her brows, her mouth halfway open, ready to let loose what's likely a string of reprimands.
Don't worry, it's my treat.
The glare she sends me reminds me of the one I received from Mama when I punched a kid bullying my younger brother 18 years ago. Naturally, I never did it again after she made me apologize the next day. But Becca's far from my mom. A small, sheepish grin is enough to turn that frown into a defeated sigh. Oh boy. Food arrives in the middle of a funny story from Zach, putting the rest of the conversation on hold as we are each served our food. It isn't anything fancy, but it's a special. It should be fancy. Pan-roasted sea bass with citrus-dressed asparagus, a portion of mashed potatoes on the side, or at least that's what the daily special board says. Also, how can someone be bowl with that potion. That's not fulfilling at all. I never did pay attention to whenever I came here. Since they price whatever written way above. What? Since they price whatever's written way above, well, I'm willing to spend on a food on a single day.
Oh, good. I'm so hungry, I think I'm dying.
Yeah, with that potion, I think you'll still be hungry when you feed.
You're always hungry.
Hey, not all the time.
Let me guess. You skipped breakfast again.
Yeah, she overslept,
Not
my
on
lady.
purpose. I may have overslept by a few seconds today.
My
Right
ass
then.
is few seconds.
Stop stalling, Isabella. What's this about?
Let us say, Rebecca, she wouldn't be inviting us out if it wasn't worth hearing out.
Well, we're waiting.
I'm treating you guys to a once-in-a-century thing.
Oh. Unexpected grins break on my face. Except
I'm sorry, say that again.
And this is important because...
Becca only raises an eyebrow to me, while Zack appears like he didn't get the punchline to another lame joke as man, and is desperately searching for someone to explain it. Oh, bummer. Maybe I should rephrase it. My instant noodle day is
Let me do that
over.
again. Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
As the news sinks in, their expression goes from sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. That's more like it.
You heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I, Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos, am free from my instant noodle
That
binge.
is a very, very, very long name. My goodness.
Seriously?
Seriously,
Hold
indeed.
it, Belle. You sold the house?
Yes.
Which house is this? In Anselm Village? The one with the open house yesterday?
Yep.
The one and only. Come on, Becca. I know you've got a better memory than that.
Oh. Oh, wow. That's...
surprising, I know. She lets a hum, although she's nodding. She gives the impression of someone who has heard something unbelievable and is still forcing her brain to absorb it. Did she think we won't be able to sell it? Have some faith in me, Becca. Am I not your best friend or what?
You don't believe me?
The words tumbled out of my mouth before I could stop them. I've been trying to avoid bringing up yesterday's little spat, but judging from the look on their faces, it seems they are too. Me and my stupid mouth.
I'm sure it ain't the way you're thinking, Bella.
No, I do believe you.
I
But
do.
don't
I
you
do.
think the sale happened a bit too fast? The open house only started yesterday, and now you already have a buyer?
Yes. Is it that bad? It's not that bad, is it?
It happens from time to time.
Yeah, but... Look, I'm happy for you. Just yesterday, you've been really worried where to get money for your dad's new treatment. And now, all of a sudden, you have something.
Isn't that good?
What if the sale doesn't push through, or I don't know, they're a fraud, or they suddenly back out?
I mean, they're rich. They look rich. I'm sure it'll be fine. It will be fine. Don't worry about it.
Isn't it a little too early to celebrate?
Rebecca does have a point, Bella. If you haven't closed the deal yet, there's still a chance they'll go back on it.
But
They don't seem like it to me. The lady appeared to really want it, and she approached me without even finishing the tour.
pressured me into it more like. But I'm not going to tell Becca about that. Knowing her, she'd only worry.
And she already hired someone to handle the house's interior design.
You're joking. Who would do that?
Oh, speaking of which, someone on Twitch, can you guys check if the voice mod extension is there or something? I don't know.
The rights, apparently. It's actually pretty funny. She's a bit too excited to
I
get the
don't know.
property, she
I
forgot to buy it.
put on the Twitch extension, and the problem is I'm not sure if it works.
At any rate, they've already signed the agreement today, so it's just a matter of time. And don't tell anyone about this, but Ma'am Hannah also gave us something extra.
Big
Something
extra
as in.
money.
As in, it's why I can treat you two to a free meal.
I'm more surprised you accepted it.
She didn't really give us a choice in the matter. So don't lose sleep over this, okay? The couple really want the house.
It
Rose
is. It
didn't
is.
stop them. They'd likely have paid up front for it yesterday. That's despite the legends, too. I even tried to show them the letter. But nope. I want this house, darling. Go take all our money.
Yeah, that's how she sounded, of course.
You don't really think they believe that, do you? I'm pretty sure for them, those are just rumors as well. No one is that superstitious in this day and age, Belle. Well, there's you.
Oh, come on. Do you guys know? In
You know
our
what?
place right
I'll
now,
just eat all of these by myself.
there are few places that are we can stream a voice. Wow. So does it work? Right, you know what? Okay. I begin to gather their plates to my side. The food in each still untouched. So petty. A laugh almost escapes my mouth with the way Zach's expression quickly changes to disappointment. Becca's hand interrupts me just as I was about to pull her plate closer to her.
I'm kidding. Don't go all pouty on me again. I'm just concerned you'll get hurt if this doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
I actually haven't really changed much on the voice mod. Oh, wait. It says it's off. I have no idea. Where is it? Is it creator? Is it still live or is it still not live? I have no idea. Yeah, it's connected. It should be fine, right? It should be fine. Whoops. I don't know if it works or not actually. I'm just concerned you get hurt if it doesn't happen. I know how badly you want to close this deal for your papa.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine now, though, with the money. They don't know yet. I think I'll call them tomorrow. Let them know things will be easier.
Yes,
Mama
it will
said
be
this morning
easier.
he's showing progress with the new treatment, too. It's just a matter of time.
To be honest, if someone was receiving a chronic disease, was it? Would it be more friend? I have no idea. And why does I feel like it's getting loud. Let's see, system of volume. Lower that to 50 maybe? I don't know. It's strange to talk about this with other people, even those who have known you for long enough. But today, things simply feel a lot lighter with them here. Lunch passes in an enjoyable fashion. A laugh here, a playful jab there. The most but most of it is spent on catching up and telling stories about whatever keeping us busy these days. Something we couldn't afford to do the day before. Taking into account what happened, even Becca surprisingly chatty. Is there something in the sea bass we ate? Zach though appeared less energetic. While he's far from being a life of a party, he definitely not the type to keep quiet in a conversation with his friends. Apart from a few inputs, he's been silent the entire time. If Becca notices...
Are you sure you're not feeling under the weather, Zachary?
And there it goes.
Huh? No, I'm okay. No worries, Rebecca.
So is the voice mod thing work or does it not work? No idea.
Doesn't sound okay to me.
It's okay. I might be feeling a little bummed out today, but I'm sure this will pass.
Is it
What
about the
happened?
reviews this morning?
What happened, Zach? What happened? Let me reduce the gain a bit. I don't know. A pained expression crosses Zach's face, and almost immediately, Becca retreats in her inquiry as though the man looks is enough an answer for her. I look between the two of them. Did I miss something? What happened this morning? Did I stumble on a big secret? This is why I don't like waking up late.
You heard about those, huh?
What happened?
Sorry, I just happened to check on some sites this morning.
Nah, it's a very sensitive topic in the first place.
What topic is it?
I should have expected it.
What, did his work get censored?
What reviews?
Becca glances at Zach, her motions unsure, eyes asking for his consent on the matter. Although there's a small desire to keep asking on my part, I dare not voice it out. With Zach, it has always been better to wait, let him speak on his own. Becca too, to some extent, although with her, explosions of temper are more common. In the end, he simply answers with a shift of his shoulder, gesturing for her to go on with a tilt of
It's his
his
movie.
head.
That doesn't explain anything. Stop dangling the information, Becca.
Come on, Isabella, I'm pretty sure you could guess what happened.
Zachary, I'm not the one supposed to be telling her about this. It's still your documentary.
Is it something bad?
It seems so.
Not bad per se. You guys don't need to dwell on it much.
Bad? Listen here. I wouldn't trivialize what those bowheads wrote if I were you. They're ruining
Bowheads?
other people's jobs.
What's bowhead? From how her tone rises in anger, it seems she's the one slight. It seems like she's the one slighted and not Zach. A snicker escapes me, which promptly tamped down as soon as she sends me a hard look.
This isn't a laughing matter, Isabella. Some bowbag just insulted him.
Calm down, Rebecca. Those are just reviews, and it happens a lot.
True.
I do not ken about you two, but calling the entire film an out-and-out drivel, you're better off watching an educational kids' TV show, and worst 1.5 hour of my life, among other things, isn't exactly a critique any decent movie reviewer would say.
Hold on. What does Adinekan? What on earth is that?
If you could call that a critique, did we even watch the same film?
Well, maybe I ain't cut out for it. Better stick with my photography or something.
Oh, come on. It's your dream. Don't give up just like that.
If nothing else, this helped me open my eyes to what I can and can't do.
No. You can do anything. You can do anything you want. Be anything you want. As long as you don't harm any other people.
You're giving up.
As long as you don't kill people, you're fine. As long as you don't harm people, you're fine. Just
It was
be
just
whatever.
something experimental I did on my free time anyway. It's no big deal.
Oh, yeah? Experimental free time and it got into a movie theater? No.
But you worked on it for months.
Doesn't look
Oh,
like
yeah,
it matters
no.
to those people.
Don't you dare. I'll spray you. I'll spray you with this perfume. It doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
Oh, it's supposed to be a happy gathering, but now the atmosphere is heavy. My palm strikes the table, sending the tableware on top clinking against each other. I didn't even notice when I rose from my seat. But here I am, chest heaving, looking down at him the same manner a teacher would. at an unruly student. Becca's probably proud. I didn't mean to yell, but there are some things people like Zach aren't supposed to say. How exasperating. He, of all people, should know.
It's just a review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
Right. An amused gleam in her eyes when I turned to her. What does she find so entertaining here? It's they failed to send requests. Oh no. How do I do that? Creator, voice mod. Alright, don't forget to add the panel. Do I need to check on Twitch again? Let me double check. Content, nope. Where is it? Where is it? Extension, there you go. Let's see, my extension and then voice mod. It is enabled, right? But it's just failed request. Let me configure. I already have it. Open voice mod, install plugin, and select your voice. I already did. I think I already did this. Oh, I think I need to be here. Alright then. Not this one. Let me try. I should at least fix this just for the heck of it. Let's see, extension. My extension, voice mod configure. It's already there though. Is it setting here? No. I already have it. And it is the same account, right? Pretty sure it is. Let me refresh, maybe? Do I really need to? Let's see. Last time it worked, but now it doesn't work. Okay then, I'll try to figure out. I should try. Oh wait, here, it's here. Oh, I'm stupid. I am stupid. Minimum time 50 seconds. It is free. Info. Okay, let me try it myself. Let me try it myself. Just one moment, please. Channel? Oh. Let me mute. Here. Radio Demon. Free. Change streamer voice. Changing the voice? Fail, we couldn't change the streamer voice. Why? I wonder why. Alright, I will check it sometime. Might be something that I don't know. Probably. I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday you told me about the blue sky. Let me hear. Your friend's about to quit his passion for a petty reason. I haven't heard what those people wrote about his work, but a few scathing words shouldn't be enough to discourage someone. I should know. After all, I'm...
Failing means you're playing, Zach.
Yes, that...
Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish. And I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at. I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched.
Yeah.
Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
Whatever I'm about to say gets lost in my tongue as a flush of embarrassment blooms across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit?
Exhibit?
What exhibit?
Classified information.
Oh, now I'm
Even
curious.
if I bring you your favorite tonight?
What's my favorite steak?
Nope, not a chance.
Steak? I want a steak.
Oh, come on! I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
Thanks, you two. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff. Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
Alright, good. Don't quit. Don't quit your dream. There's no face at all, only a poor imitation of a puppy dog eyes. If you could call this one.
Promise?
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys.
Yep.
Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now. What's night ain't for another week?
And that's all the answer I need from him. Sentimental as it sounds. There's fulfillment in knowing another person you know won't take the same path you walk. It's not like it's over for me though. I still have time. I could still come back. Do my own thing. Do what I really want to do. Surely once Papa recovers, once I'm done with everything. Inside my bag, my phone buzzes unexpectedly, breaking the pleasant afternoon lull.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office?
Mama, do you touch grass? I touch grass. I don't touch grass, I touch grace. In Elden Ring.
Ha ha. Very
Very
funny,
funny.
Rose. I'm hanging up.
Don't hang up.
Don't, I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
Hmm? Oh yeah, definitely is the mic better now? Because yesterday you complained about it being bad, I think. Then out of the blue, she launches a long rant about the awful stats of Luxborn Street, all of which she says in a single breath that I can barely keep up and make out a single word. Stay quiet. I say quiet, if only to avoid become the next object of her frustration. She's similar to Becca in that regard.
I'm stuck in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
When she has finally ran out of things to complain about and stop, what she says next still has none of what I'm hoping to hear from her. Yesterday, I wasn't there. I believe I had bad memory. Oh, okay, never mind then. I think someone complained about it being ear-ripping or things. Just a quick mumble plea for me to meet at Wright's interior designer in her stead, and
Anyway, I'll leave it to you. Bye. Thanks.
Rose! Classic Rose. She ends the call without even asking for my input. The sky is cloudless, and the noontime sun is beating down on the hard concrete when we leave the cafe. It's far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in a fickle mood or make them vulnerable to catching something. No wonder we have staff members going AWOL lately, not to mention my boss' mercurial moods. Yesterday I only did sleep. I wake up, play games, sleep, wake up, snacks, TikTok for a few hours, and YouTube and sleep. I can't believe I'm saying this. I wish I could sleep like that. But I want our usual cloudy weather back. For all the gripes about unpredictable weather though, the street of Luxembourg remained constantly busy. The hurried tapping of shoes against the pavement and the innate chatter coming from the lunchtime crowd filled the humid afternoon air. By the way, is the mic okay? I hope so. I got something new, so I need to change all the settings again. Small reminder of the things we still have to do, regardless of how much I want to return to the comfort of my bed. Back to the brighter reality for me. Zach, to a meeting with a magazine publisher featuring luxury houses. Becca to her lesson plans and books at home. But more than once, I catch her sneaking a longing glance over something displayed on a shop window. Did she want to buy something? Maybe I can get it for her for Christmas. I turn my head. The last stop, she's checked out. A fleeting glimpse. The world still. Son of a... He looks at me, eyes hollow, gaze piercing and boring into my very soul, like a set of chains to keep my whole body still. Oh yeah, I also forgot to check for the audio sync. It might be off too. There are no shadows of whisper this time, only a plea, a hum, low and indistinct, compelling me, beckoning me, intent on dragging me to the void beyond the glass. Help me. I don't dare to move. My heart hammers against my rib. Each beat, every thump, screaming at me to look away and make a run for it. But I can't. I couldn't. All of my limbs feels heavy, while my own breathing strains in the face of golf. Help me.
Leave me alone.
Her mouth. I hate this music. I hate this music so much. Her mouth is stretched in a grin, wide and unpleasant. The panic building up in my chest, forcing me to take a tentative step back. I try not to stare at the decaying flesh, the blood streaming from the gaping wound on her arm or her nailless fingers. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after I got what I want for Papa.
Oh no, stop. Leave me alone.
Oh shit! Screw you, ghost, screw you. Her face contorts as she lets out a wail, sharp and utterly unforgiving. Rage. There is only hate and bitterness, as if the very notion of turning away from her is an offense in itself.
Please! I don't want this!
Relax. Before I know it, I'm stumbling backward, my own throat hoarse from the scream I didn't even notice already coming out of my mouth. The back of my feet catches on the loose stone, sending me sprawling on the ground. The resulting pain completely jolts me out of the haze, blurring my mind. For a little while, my surroundings, Becca's face swim into my vision. A look of concern in her own face, and her hands gripping my arm tight. Even Zach appears beside himself with worry, while he stands behind her, acting as a shield against the small crowd of onlookers already forming around us.
What happened?
Bella, you okay?
Bella is fine. My mouth opens and closes, and nothing comes out. The words refuse to form. On impulse, I sneak a swift glance on the display window. She's gone, yet the forbidding feeling hasn't left me. My hands are shaking as I push myself off the ground, my weakened limbs relying solely on reflex and muscle memory. Something icy has made its boom at the pit of my stomach. I want to throw up. Anything to get the wretched sensation out.
You were screaming.
Yes, I was
Zach,
screaming.
call someone. No, don't. I'm good. I'm good. I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later.
Alright,
Careful. Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella.
Yeah, chill
Zach,
for a bit.
you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
I attempt a smile to put her at ease, but it slightly came up with a grimace. Gently, I push her hand off my shoulder. My knees are still trembling, but I can stand. Leave. Leave me. Stay away. Away. The humidity stifling. Everyone's stares are unnerving, and Becca and Zach's concern are suffocating. What time is it? It's 3:12. Oh no, I should end stream soon. I don't want to be here no more. I break into a run. I wish I hadn't left my bed this morning. Here, with only the occasional drip of water on the sink and whirring of the fan blade that keep me company, as it's easy to fall into a cycle of negative thinking. But even with the clutter that kept me company, the room still feels a whole lot bigger than usual. I hug my knees closer as a group passes by outside. Loud. So loud. If only there was a way to tune everything out, to keep my head from replaying every image, every sound of her. Her screams, her awkward gait as she reaches for me, her bone-chilling smile, her pleas for enough. That's enough. A shiver passes over me, although it's not from the hair still hanging damp against my back, nor the draft that enters the room from the windows I left wide open. My gaze shifts over the letter sitting on a coffee table. Its edge flutters innocuously as the wind touches it. Funny how an ordinary-looking piece of paper can bring so much trouble. The impulse to throw it away or rip it to pieces is still there. I can easily do it, but after that, what? Will she leave me? What about the people who have already seen it? Will they be okay? This uncertainty gnaws at me. Knowing that she's real and might also go after the people I care about, I wish someone would listen. Believe me, the abrupt break in silence nearly makes me jump off my the phone. Her phone vibrates. Blindly, I fish out my phone from under the mess of paper and cushion where I've carelessly thrown it before taking a shower an hour ago. Hold on. There we go, maybe that's better, hopefully. Ash's name flashes brightly on the screen. Is he calling because of this afternoon?
Thank you so much for spamming my inbox, scaredy cat.
Hey, Ash.
What's wrong?
I just had a long day. The couple who bought the house wanted us to finish processing the papers within the week. It's a little hectic, but we'll manage.
Really? You sold it?
Yep.
Don't sound so surprised. I told you, you don't stand a chance. The rights won't take no for an answer. You've been on the losing end from the very start. Ha!
Whoever said I was interested in the house in the first place?
But you said...
Despite his light tone, his sneaker only comes off as annoying in my ears. I have to fight the urge to end the call right then and there. Stupid
You're
Ash.
such an ass. And just so you know, I'm not treating you to a separate celebration. Or ever.
No, that's just unfair. And here I was looking something up for you. Didn't you say you wanted to talk to Andrew?
My pal, I did say that, but I didn't think he'd actually go through the trouble considering how much he scoffed at the whole topic in the first place.
Is he okay with that?
Totally. Besides, I need to ask him about something. I might as well do it soon. What do you say you come with me tomorrow morning?
Well, there's no harm in it, I suppose. I've got a free day anyway.
Great, I'll just pick you up. Don't oversleep.
I believe that's Bella's what do you call? That's Bella's talent of sleeping.
Don't compare me to you. I'm not the one who sleeps like a rock.
Another round of chuckles coming from him. Oh, I will live for the day he stopped making fun of me. Just wait, you asshole. As I'm about to end the call, he clears his throat.
And, Isabella?
His sudden diffident tone. Diffident? Is that a word? Sends my eyebrow shooting up into my hairline. Is the world ending today?
Yeah? Did you forget something?
Do you think we...
Aw, are you trying to confess, boy?
Never mind. Good night.
And he got out. Rude. Completely rude. I didn't even get to thank him. The busy tone, though muffled, echoes through the receiver. No one is saying this will work. Even I am doubtful it will. But right now, I'll take anything. Anything to get out of this nightmare. Sleep comes easier tonight. And for the first time in a long time, I dream of clear skies, of unrestrained laughter from children playing on the street, and of small cramped dwelling. To an outsider, the sight does not paint pretty pictures. However, this is home to me. October 23rd, Sunday. Morning dawns, and a clear following day. I believe that this should be enough for today's stream. I have a class in about 30 minutes, so I'll save this. And I will continue probably after class, hopefully. If not, I can still do something. I can still play something else, but yeah. For now, let's find someone to raid. Cause, as usual, it's hard to find someone to raid. That's fine. It's fine. Who shall we raid? I wonder. Some people playing Elden Ring. Some playing Craftopia. Oh, Craftopia! Terraria, League of Legends, Apex Legends, Borderlands 2, Dark Souls 3, nice! But let's not... You know what? Let's watch Xenoblade 3, shall we? I believe it's fun. Let's do this. Let's raid. Okay, yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys later after my class. So, yeah. Bye-bye for now. We will raid this guy in... Yeah, let's start raid. So, yeah, let's go. Have a nice day to everyone else. See you guys later.